Welcome back, YouTube. Here we are, part 3. Well, we've got a lot done, but we also had a bit of a setback. I would call it a bit of a major setback. Let's show you where we're at here. First of all, we've got the stand and everything back from Powder Coat. Yes, and everything is just mounted on it now. A lot is mounted onto it now. The variable frequency drive is installed and running properly. Yay. Big shout out to the guys at Bauer who helped put this together for me. And yeah, we've got the wiring done. A lot of it done for the major components. But this is where we ran into a snag. Take-up stand is missing because I blew it up. Blew up the motor on a stupid thing when I went and tested it because our motor's gone. So we are now in the process of trying to either rework the thing or hunt down another one. It was from a portable projector called a Marin MP30, I believe it was called. So anybody with a Marin projector out there that's got a spare motor, I'd love to talk to you. But otherwise, we're making progress in all the other directions while we're sorting the motor out. Yeah, variable frequency drive's installed. A lot of the other stuff is installed. Let's go over what we did here. We've got all the cover plates pretty much put on, except for the ones in the back there. I'll show you that in a second. This is a light. I had this kicking around for years. 12-volt light, came off of a recording studio console as well. I'm going to make use of that, and I wired it up onto the front. So let's see here. That's all as per previous. We put the lenses in because we can't shine any light through this thing yet. We haven't got our lamp, of course, figured out yet. We've got it figured out, but we haven't got it built yet. We're going to build that later. And the next thing shortly is going to be the Dolby readers once we get to the point where we can run film. Anyway, let's fire this up. And you'll see how it all lights up nice and pretty. Stop. Okay. Now, I've rewired the VFD for remote operation because this projector is about to get a handheld remote. I bet you I'm going to be the only one in the entire world, haha, unless you can prove otherwise, with a 35mm film projector in his house with a handheld remote. The only thing about this, the one thing I had mentioned in my first video is I was going to run this at 110. I didn't get away with that. This VFD is 220, so I have to run 220. Which I do. I run it to my fuse panel downstairs, no problem. And so I ran this on 220, but I've split off 110s for all the components and so forth. So now you can see we've got power, we've got lights off of here. If I put up the dowser, we have a framing lamp in there. Can you see it? No, it's not lit. Something's wrong with the framing lamp. Okay, probably not connected yet. And yeah, let's see, back in the back here, lots of wires hanging out, but in the back there, get comfortable here, okay, had to put in, that's a 24-volt DC power supply. In behind that is a 12-volt DC power supply. I have underneath here, there's a 25-volt AC power supply, and then on this board, I can't even see it here. Underneath, right there is the 2 power supplies for the Dolby readers. So yeah, it got a little busy back there. but it's all gonna fit, pretty sure. So yeah, it's all powered up. Let's show you what runs and what doesn't. Well, of course, a framing lamp. Of course, we didn't know it, but it's just a bulb. Anyway, first thing I want to show you is there. I just got some buttons rigged up temporarily. This is start. So just let the film run out onto the floor. Big deal. But yeah, we're running film. Yay. Okay. So at some point we'll get the take-up motor fixed and we'll get all that dealt with. And stop. Got a little pilot light there that goes out when the thing's done. So, and turn all that off. 2 timer relays run the aperture plate. Wrong one. There you go. That's flat, and that's scope. So we got that going. Yay. So other than that, we've got the Adobe gear, of course. This one is flashing now because this is the one that blew up. I've got a new power regulator coming for this, which should cure this problem. This one was okay because this one is self-switching. It senses what power comes in and changes itself accordingly. But this one doesn't, and it suffered. So we'll get that going this week, I imagine. But the take-up motor is the big thing that's holding us back right now. So anybody out there that has any solutions, I would even consider something like if I had another top spindle. All that is the spindle with a pair of clutch plates on it and a tension spring. If anyone's got something like that for sale, I'll take something like that and I'll rework it with I'll put a motor on it. So anyway, YouTube, thanks for tuning in. And our project is coming along just wonderfully, I think. And thanks for watching.